I just learned a true hidden gem about wisdom, right? That the Lord showed me, which is interesting, right? So, you ever dealt with a person or like been around an individual who has to like overly explain something and they try to make it seem like it's the most wisest, deepest thing that you ever heard in your life, but you can sit up here and this for all my people who got true wisdom, and you can literally form like a small sentence or a regular sentence, but with so much depth behind it and meaning and impact that it can literally shift like the whole atmosphere or the whole conversation. Like for my people who understand true wisdom, you ever like sat up here and read something and you thought like, why they had to overly do it? How come they couldn't just simplify it or explain it in a smaller way? You know what I'm saying? And you sit here and you think, man, they could have just explained this in a smaller way. Why they had to sit up here and simplify it and make it extra over the top or make it dramatic when the most simplified explanation that you give has so much meaning and depth to it. Like we sometimes, the people who got true wisdom, we sometimes like be like, what's the word I can use? We sometimes think that we are not doing enough and that we need to do more than what we are doing. Like you ever been sitting there trying to put something together and you know you put like something deep and meaningful into it and you explain it in the most impactful, driven, loving way, and you know it got true wisdom on it, but because the society has programmed us to think that if you don't make this extra and dramatic and long and over the top, it's not going to impact, but it's not going to really like, it's not correct or it's not impact, but really impact is not about how extra you can do something. It's about the spirit that's operating behind it. Understand this, if y'all got true wisdom, do not think that you are not doing something correct, because you have the gift to take something that is supposed to be this dramatic and simplify it into the smallest way where it's still meaningful and it's still impacting and changing lives. That is a gift. Some people gotta overly explain it because there ain't no wisdom. It's just like cracking a joke, right? And you take so long to get to the point of the joke to where you gotta go on and on and on and on with your joke, compared to an individual who can crack a joke quick and it's just a simple joke. That's a gift. It's the same thing with wisdom. That is the same thing with wisdom. You don't gotta overly explain yourself. You don't gotta overly do it. You can just say it's simple, deep, meaningful, straight to the spirit, and it hit the way it needs to hit. That's something that the Holy Spirit showed me. It's crazy because we sometimes overthink ourselves. Man,